Untitled Sillion. Am I sounding okay?
Yep.
And since a year back, I call myself Captai Future. I've called myself many things from that, but it was then I defined my role. What am I going to do with my life? And I'm going to help other people like you and navigate the future and create the future we want. Because my key saying is the future is not a destination; it's a direction. And as such, as a captain, I want to navigate and take us into the future in the best possible way. So I've been studying for about 5 years, reading hundreds of books and listening to thousands of hours of podcasts, everything about how we create the future. And I've started prototyping, experiment, and I've been to maker spaces, and I've been to events like the Nordic Impact Week last year in San Francisco. It was actually the best week in my whole life so far. It was such an empowering feeling and meeting thousands of people all over the world, all co-creating the future. And I went to all the local events there, all the small workshops and the big SoCap event, and I recorded several podcasts. I started a podcast this year, also called Framtidspodden, or the Future Pod. So I started talking to people in Swedish, but now I have switched to English because I had so many new English listeners. So I just talked to Kevin today, so that will be out in a couple of weeks. And just today I released an episode with Fyodor, who is the most interesting guy I've met on the whole planet so far. He has an Institute for Evolutionary Leadership in Oakland. That's an institute for developing the skills you need for modern leadership, taking us into this future. So I signed up for this program, and I've done some online webinars around that. So that's really exciting. So I'm going to talk a little about what I do and around that. I just formed a company called Sillion Valley. So that's my project where I'm going to do workshops and keynotes and events around this. And mostly it's about training your body, your mind, and your heart and your spirit, the 4 components that make us the best humans we probably can be. And that's I think that's the most dire need we have in society today. I just read an article yesterday that the two big Swedish guys, one from Klarna and another guy, has formed a digital platform to develop these skills in humans. So, and I heard a lot of people just this fall talking about the same thing. And this is people who haven't talked about it before. So I think it's really coming together all over the world. The insight and the need to develop new skills take us into this future and train our body, mind. How many people here train their body, mind, heart, and spirit every day? I don't. Every second day maybe, but and I know a lot of people that don't even, they go to the gym, they train their body, but many people don't do mindfulness training and cognitive training and spiritual training. So I think that's a dire need we have in society to get that further. Because the only thing we know about the future is that it will never be this slow again. And we call that the great acceleration. And to keep up with that and not go insane, we need to develop these skills for our mind, body, and actually do the social innovation and everything we have come together here tonight to discuss. So we have to train ourselves to be very, very prepared to live in this crazy world. Some people call it the insanity challenge. It's the new disease we humans are going to get during the next 20, 50, 100 years. And many people today are living in loneliness and depression and information overload and burnouts and everything. So anyone here have a problem keeping up with the pace in society today? I do, a little at least. And we also have a lot of challenges ahead of us, and most of them involving humans are complex. And many of our politicians or leaders today are defining them as complicated. So there's a big gap to cross there as well. How do we redefine all our challenges? And mostly the traditional mindset has been analyzed and then innovated and applied, but we need to start prototyping a lot more. I know a lot of people in are prototyping all sorts of kinds of events tonight. So. And this is a map I haven't seen before. Maybe some of you have seen it. It's called the Signifying framework. And this is how do you define problems and challenges today? They're from obvious to complicated, from complex to chaos. And I won't go much into this because, but this is something we all can use when we talk about this to other people and explain the difference of these four kind of problems and challenges we have ahead. So look into that. And also, what I'm doing is called ontological design. Anyone here familiar with the concept? It's everything we do today, everything we create in society, every event, this event tonight, actually design us back. So when we design an event like this tonight, the experience we take with us here changes us in some way. So ontological design is the concept of doing better stuff, doing better projects, companies, events, and this. And in turn, every people who participate in the events or use the products become better persons after using the products. And the concept is called ontological design. So that's what we all do here tonight. And the long now, we need to take a greater perspective going into the future. And I actually a bar in San Francisco at Fort Mason where the SoCap event is held that's dedicated to a clock called Long Now. It's a fantastic bar, and just going in there, you see books on the wall that says how to design civilization and such. And we need to create a lot more inspiring places like this, that when we just walk into a place, we feel, this is a place for me. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Michael. It's been incredible to find your